Do the
I have
thing.
pushed the buttons. I'm doing the things.
Give up.
Wow, for a last minute surprise live, there's a surprising number of people in here.
I think like at 11 o'clock, I sent you a message and went, "Are you still good for noon to record?" And you said yes. And I said live. And you said sure. And I went, okay.
It's working out. It's great.
This is how the occasional decision is made in this place.
This is how we do it.
We absolutely
Oh, if
shake
you're looking
our
at my...
fists ineffectively about boys.
Oh,
No,
and their
I'm
inability
looking
to plan things?
their inability to make flippin' decisions.
Oh my god, yeah.
Not that hard. Hang on, wait. Internet, we forgot to tell Mother we were going live impromptu today. I'm going to text right now.
Oh my god. I will address my weird different background. I'm standing up because I have a standing desk, and also I'm mirrored because we're not usually using our usual video call app, and there is no option for me to unmirror myself. So if I look backwards to everybody, I apologize. I can't fix it. There is no setting to fix it. So enjoy the weird different angle on the background. I swear it's the same background as always.
It has to be. What am I doing now?
Hello to everybody in chat. We've got Melanie
Oh.
and Rosberry. Hey guys, I love a surprise live. Excellent, so do we.
You know what? It was a surprise to us because it was not
It was not the plan when I woke up this morning.
it was not the plan when I woke up this morning. It just sort of became the plan. There's no plan. There's no plan. There's me griping because there's never enough hours in the day for me to get all of my stuff done. And then I decide to sleep too long, which just irritates the garbage right out of
I
me.
know, right? Like,
I
oh, I'm gonna
hate
get up and do all this stuff, and
this.
then you don't, and then there's no time to do all the stuff.
Yeah, and it's not like you feel better because if you oversleep, you feel just as cruddy as you did when you underslept.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't.
It's just very unfair.
I personally do not buy into this sleep debt catch up nonsense because if you stick to your
There's
schedule like you're a toddler and you go to bed when you're supposed to, whatever that supposed to is for you, and you sleep 6 to 8 hours, whatever in that range is you, and you do that consistently, you wake up just before your alarm. You're awake when you get up. You feel rested when you're done your sleep cycle. But you have to stick to your schedule like you're two.
yes, and a lot of us don't. And even if you do, I mean, life happens, and sometimes you
Life
don't.
happens, and it doesn't happen. But as long as the late nights in my case don't happen too often, it's fine. A day here or a day there, it
It's
doesn't
when it
bother me.
becomes
Like
a
if I,
habit.
but
It's
it's the
becoming a habit for
habit.
me.
It's a habit for me, and I'm like,
Because like I
enough,
go to bed
enough.
with at the time that I intend to like wake up at a reasonable 8 hours later, and then I don't, and then I stay in bed for like 12 hours, and it's like, what did I do that for? This isn't
Nothing.
helping anybody. I believe I got distracted halfway through saying hi to people. Hello to Nikki and
I did
Tina
that. Vicky, Tina,
and
Melanie,
Asa.
my guy, Raspberry, Asa. I'm pretty sure I missed people. Hi, everybody. Hello, you lovely peeps. And I do mean those little marshmallow things that I can't eat. But
The
I do like
marshmallow
to
peeps.
I like to gently squish the packages at Easter. Just give them a little squish test just to make sure they're fresh and they're good quality peeps. And then I give them away because I can't eat them. But hello, my lovely peeps. That should be one of our emojis. It should be a membership emoji. I
A
need a
peep?
peep emoji. I need a little peep emoji.
I can probably accommodate a peep emoji. Oh yeah, speaking of
Ideally
which,
with
we
a
have
witch hat.
emojis.
With
If you're
a
a
witch hat.
member,
Or like pumpkin or something. I don't know. Make it pumpkin colored with a witch hat. There you go. Halloween peeps. That has had to have been a thing at some point. I'm old
speaking of
enough. Those
emojis, we have 2 custom emojis now if you're a member on the channel. I
guys,
realize that's
Diana does
4.
all the work
That's
for
2
the
custom emojis.
Jocelyn
Not forget those 2 custom emojis.
for two.
There's NKP and ball, which is the little purple ball that's in our purple yarn ball that's in the logo.
Oh, cute. Cute, 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 cute. Why?
How do you find... Oh yeah, there we go. If you click on the emoji button underneath the chat, they're listed there. As well as a bunch of others that are just there in YouTube. And then there's the standard emojis.
I know.
But yeah, we've got some custom emojis if you're a member.
Phaedra.
Oh no, what's she getting into now?
Before we went live, she just climbed right up on top of me And then she got mad because I wasn't going to go over to the front door so she could hide behind me and listen to the building manager vacuum the floors in
Right,
the
because he's
hallway.
very scary.
So she bit me, so I dumped her on her head. So this is my relationship with my cat. Mom, go do a thing. No, you are ridiculous. Bite, dump. You are still ridiculous. Your mother is not doing that for you.
Oh my goodness. Your cat.
Now she's messing around with the blinds because the windows are open. And all the windows are open because we are 8 degrees Celsius today for a high. It's the end of November. Do you know what it was yesterday? 10 above. 10 above.
That sounds like the weather around here. What do we got?
Pretty freaking ridiculous.
Oh, we've got 2. We got 2 degrees today. That's downright chilly.
I have 6 or 7 or something at this point in the day.
I mean,
All
2
the
is only
windows are
really
open.
chilly if it's damp, but it's like, it's humid around here. I'm surrounded by 3 enormous lakes. It's
Yeah.
always humid around here, so it's a damp cold. So 2 is like,
Yeah.
2 is a bit chilly
Chilly.
if
Yeah.
you don't, cover up.
Well, I mean, we have liquid everywhere here, but that's because all the snow melted. So now people are like, there's no snow and it's close to Christmas. I'm like, every year we do this, people. Every year. Anyway,
It's
the
not
buck
even
stops
that
with
close.
me. The buck stops with me for the sleep thing, so I am correcting that issue, and I am going to be a hard nut. Because enough. Enough. It just adds stress to my day to not even get an eighth of what I wanted to get done. I have things to do. There are deadlines.
What is going on with this yarn? Oh, that
And
is
I have-
that's a piece of
What in the
vegetable
world?
matter. Holy.
That's a beefy piece of vegetable matter. I can almost make it up.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you know what? Enough. So I have a bedtime. I have a
You know
very
what? I think
solid,
that might have been a
secure bedtime
feather.
for the next several weeks. Well, that's fine. It brings a little yarn. It'll have veg matter in there and animal.
Yeah.
It's clean.
that's-
It's just not.
No, it's
super
fine. It's
sparkly
fine. I just
stinky.
there's stuff. Oh, Karen's in
I
chat
have
says
the-
hello. What a nice surprise.
Hey, yes, it was incredibly impromptu. As in, 45, 50 minutes ago, I went live.
Live.
Sure, why not?
Oh, it's
saves
Karen's
me some
birthday.
hours.
Happy birthday.
Would you like me to do the happy birthday thing? Because I don't sing, but I have a thing.
Do your thing.
I have a thing.
Do your
So
thing.
it's a happy level update. Don't forget to save your progress down at the local tavern before you head out on your next adventure. And always remember to take your friends, because adventuring alone is dangerous. Because it is.
It's dangerous to go alone. Here,
Look.
take this.
The meme comes with a kitten. So when you see that it's dangerous to go alone, take this. It's usually a pair of hands holding a stinkingly adorable kitten. And I mean kitten, like maybe 6 months old kitten,
Aw.
like kitten. I like birthdays. I like leveling up. I've made it to level. This is amazing.
Sorry, level which? You cut out.
I'm level 40.
Ah, yes.
Level 40. I'm sorry, guys. We're trying a new thingy, so we'll see how this goes.
We're trying new tech. Oh, it's great. It's great. Also catching up on chat. Also was saying regular sleep cycles are gold. And she had her backpack from the podcast backpack today, and someone commented and asked if she was a knitter.
You know, with the logo right in the middle of that backpack, I have also usually gotten that question. But my god, the backpack's handy. We can't get rid of the backpack. The backpack is so handy.
There will be backpack when I remake the store, and I'm sorry it didn't happen for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, because that absolutely slipped my mind that was a thing. This is the first year, because I finally don't work in e-commerce, this is the first year in like 5 years that I haven't had to hear about Black Friday since like February, and I'm so freaking happy about it.
That's okay. I would really like us to get it done this week, because I'd like to get some things ordered for myself for Christmas.
Yes, we will. I will absolutely get it done for heading into Christmas, because yeah,
There's
people
some
might
things
want
I'd like to
gifts
order for Christmas with my own logo on them, because I'm that kind of a
Yes.
human.
Oh
Listen,
yes,
can we spoiler it? No, we're not
go
close
for it.
enough.
I don't know. I
Guy?
don't care.
Nice. So, story time. Settle in. My dad has worked construction and with starting construction. He ended up a project manager working for engineering firms. They always have the branded long sleeve shirt, right? Like most of us who've grown up with people who work in construction or in the trades have seen the company branded shirts. They never went away in that business field. So my dad, in his last place that he worked with, had a long sleeve t-shirt. And it had the armband logo on it. I stole it. The armband logo on it, the front. And I was looking at it, I'm wearing one day, and I'm like, why don't I have a Northern Knits one? Why do I not have "Don't Forget to Knit" printed down my arm? Why am I walking around in somebody else's branded t-shirt? I should be in my branded t-shirt. So I immediately messaged Diana and said, this needs to be a thing. And Diana's like, I've always wanted PJ pants. And my brain went, yes. Yes. Mine would be capris, obviously, because what are the odds of us finding PJ pants long enough to fit me? Maybe in the men's style? Maybe in the men's style. But I want like super soft, cottony, Northern Knits, aggressively printed pants and a long sleeve shirt. And I want to wear it for Christmas morning. Like, I want those to be my Christmas morning PJ. So, like, I have Christmas needs.
So absurdly branded.
I have Christmas needs, people. Drinking out of my Northern Knits mug while leaning on my ergonomic pillow. I need a new friendly ergonomic pillow. Mine is super flat. On my friendly ergonomic pillow while I watch YouTube Christmas morning and wait for my cinnamon buns to rise. Like, I have goals.
I can make at least some of these goals happen.
The cinnamon buns, I'm entirely on my own for. I'm fairly well programmed at this part on my behalf. I tend to get up and I make the overnight dough, so I tend to on autopilot while I'm making my first cup of tea in the morning is to do the cinnamon roll part. Is it there? I don't even know what episode number we are. Forgot to ask.
346 says the sign.
346? Okay.
I had the sign out, but because I'm backwards, the words were backwards, and it was bothering me, so I put the sign away, but it's 346.
346? All right. In which case, let's do a podcast.
Whoa, is that what we're here for?
We're here for a podcast. Guys, are you ready for it?
No.
What is it I always say? All right, just before we start recording, or before we go live, let's be internet people. Everybody put on your cheerful voices.
Cheerful podcasting voice. It's time to do the thing. Is this similar to like if you're about to do something with a group of kids, like young kids? Okay, everybody.
Psych yourself up. No, I remember to slow my speech patterns down. Otherwise, left to my own devices, I am twice as fast as I am right now.
Which I don't have a problem with, but the Google automatic subtitles really have a problem with.
When I'm at top speed, Google
doesn't get half of what you say. And the half it does get is mostly wrong.
Which is not Google's fault. I talk at 2x speed. I am aware that I talk at 2x speed. I have to scale that back as close to like 1.4 as I can manage. So Google's got a hope of catching my words. Which is fine. We're going to go. Welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We're two friends and... I forgot my whole intro.
Oh my god. You can't forget the intro because I don't know the intro because it's your intro.
Let's try that again.
Take two.
We're doing great. Welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We're two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn and my co-host is...
Diana.
You'd think I was underslept and overcaffeinated, but in fact I am quite well rested and fed. It's a Monday, it's impromptu, we have stuff to do, so we're doing it live. We're doing it live. I pulled out my cozy mug. Does it say cozy on it?
Warm and cozy.
Warm and cozy?
Yep. Yes, it's the right way around.
I dribbled. Anyway, I have some tea in here because it is tea o'clock for me. I went with some orange peacock by Tetley today, mostly because I'm annoyed at the weather, so I am not going to enjoy a crisp autumn morning when it's freaking November and I want snow. And it's not cold enough for winter punch, so orange peacock it is.
I have no interesting beverages. I drank my coffee already, so I have my exciting milkshake cup of water.
It's fine.
The exciting milkshake cup that's now missing like several of the decorations. Like there used to be a cherry in there and it used to have sprinkles on it, and
That thing is very old, dear.
it is. It's quite a few years old at this point. But I love it. It makes me happy. It brings me joy. And then on video calls with people who don't know me, and I'll just like drink my water without thinking about it, and they're like, "What is that?" And they think I have some
You're
like giant fancy Starbucks drink, and I'm like, "Nah, guys, I'm sorry, it's water. I'm sorry to disappoint you all."
Not as exciting as you think it is. Fair. All right.
It's American Thanksgiving today.
Is it? All right.
It's American Thanksgiving today.
Totally forgot about
Happy
that. It's Turkey
Thanksgiving.
Day. Happy Dead Turkey Day.
Happy
I love
delicious
turkey.
bird day.
I love turkey. I watched a dude today, and he walked through how to do an amazing roasted turkey in 2 hours.
2 hours. How do you roast a turkey in 2 hours?
Well, it requires more prep work, so I'm never doing it, but if I ever got less lazy, it looks like it'd be amazing. Because it involves, like, resting in the fridge overnight prep. So
Ah.
I'll never manage it, but I can barely manage overnight dough. It's just
Oh,
not gonna
U.S.
happen.
Thanksgiving. Okay, I am incorrect. Sorry, it's the Thanksgiving weekend, I guess. It was Thursday. Ah,
Sure.
okay, okay. Lisa was saying it's a week-long break because it's university.
Our holidays are so
Well, anyway,
different.
happy belated Thanksgiving then, or not Thanksgiving yet. Is it this week or was it last week? I don't know. Happy Thanksgiving, regardless of what day it is. We're in the general vicinity. I don't know.
Diana
Ours was
knows how
last
to
month.
Diana knows how to check a calendar, guys. We're good.
No, I don't. What's a calendar? I don't understand things.
We were super huge segue. The Lord of the Rings battle company group that I play in, which is a tiny little toy armies thematically based out of the Lord of the Rings world. We're standing around and chatting, and there's six of us. We're a group of six peeps, 4 boys and me, 5 boys and me. Like, how do I add?
I can't
And we
calendar,
were
you can't add.
I can't add. We're standing around chatting, and we're like, okay, so we're not doing any things in December. And I stopped and I thought about it, and I said, oh yeah, you peeps all have weird stuff going on in December. I just one of the new guys to the group looks and is like, you have to understand, you have one person who is a Christian, one person who's Jewish, and the rest of you are not religious except for one. It is religious. I'm like, and you all do stuff with your family on different times. You don't even have the same time. 4 out of the 6 of us don't even have times. So the 2 of us that just legit have different holidays are more consistent with when we celebrate our holidays than people who don't actually share in the holidays. And one of us manages a store at Christmas. He never has free time in December. That's just not how that works. So I'm just like, what?
Yeah, that's
How is
not
it that
happening.
the two of us with actual holiday commitments are better aware of what's going on than you guys are? Okay, sure.
So
That'll be a
American
thing.
Thanksgiving is this Thursday, and then this Friday is Black Friday. I thought it was this past Friday. I'm so confused with life. I can't calendar. Black Friday is this Friday.
I just want pajama
Upcoming.
pants and a long sleeve
Well,
t-shirt.
I
And the
have a
sooner
whole
I get them, the better.
I thought I had missed the deadline for getting the store set up, but I have a few more days.
Excellent.
Okay.
You know what the next question I'm going to be asked is, what should our Black Friday sale be? And I'll be like, why me?
I will be happy if I can get like 4 products set up properly.
Ugh. Well, if you do one a day from now till Cyber Monday,
The
that's not
first
too bad.
one's
The
yeah,
first
well,
ones
the
are
first
easy
one's just like
because
uploading all the assets and like
yeah,
making
it's the
sure they're the
stuff
proper
that we know we're
quality
keeping.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's fine. It's the last ones which that gives you time to sort of fiddle around with things. But if the goal is like one thing finished, and you start with, we're broke. That's not too bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not too bad. Could be worse.
All right. Well, I make no promises about pajama pants, but I will prioritize the long sleeve shirt.
That makes sense. One step at a time. Step at a time.
Cups are
I
easy,
have
fortunately.
three things. I have three things.
I also
Like,
have three
what
things.
am I allowed to talk about? We're getting down to crunch time
I
for
know.
secret crafting. I'm like, oh man, this month's secret crafting, and I have to finish putting in all the fluffy extra stuff into the Choose Your Own Adventure MCAL, so that's all done for the 1st of December when the info sheet goes live. Woohoo! Fluffy extras. It's always hard to do the fluffy extras. They're the best part because they're the interesting part of the MCAL, but I always put them last because they're the part I need to think about the longest.
May I recommend ChatGPT for a quick first draft?
Why in the world would I use something that drives me bonkers?
I find it super helpful for quick first drafts.
Barely convinced Microsoft Edge to stop today.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Want it. Oh, of course I am. I have barely convinced Microsoft Edge, which is like the search engine I use, to stop giving me AI suggestions. I don't like it. I don't want it. I want to opt out.
Microsoft Edge, there's your problem.
Google doesn't give me dark mode consistently. Okay. Microsoft Edge makes websites dark mode to start with. It just says, nope, dark mode has been enabled. Your butt gets a black background. They don't ask, they make them switch. So Microsoft Edge is more accessible. Google will let Google be dark mode, but if the primary web page is not dark mode, you get blasted with bright white light.
Accessibility.
Microsoft Edge has better font size and capacities. It works better with screen readers. I'm not there because I don't want Google. I'm there because Google is a jerk. Though lovely to talk to, if you enunciate clearly and speak slowly.
Also suggesting I can do the first draft of stuff. Which, I mean, I will just
do all the quizzes. I did do all the quizzes, and I've done most of the intros.
I'm not amazing at generating ideas, but if there's an existing idea, I am fantastic at riffing on it and like taking it and running with it. But the actual like generation of the idea, not so good.
Okay. You have to know your strengths and your weaknesses. This is important.
So I like the AI because I can be like, I want a thing that's kind of like this, and it gives me a starting point, and it just moves things along so much faster for me.
Oh, I sit here and go, I have to get here. What is the cheesiest way to do that? Oh my god, over the top! And then, whoa, let's scale that back a little, shall we? Okay. Perhaps slightly less cheese. And then I run it through the professional narrating services known as My Mother, Also, or You, to make sure it's English. Because I type like I talk and I put a lot of words in between breaths. So run-on sentences is a problem for me.
You should read through Diana and get some more ideas in there.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy Jocelyn and the fluff stuff. We need more Diana.
I'll get there.
Uh-huh.
If you would like to assign me some of the fluff, I can just...
I will go through and I will assign you some things.
Even if you just leave like a couple of notes about approximately this many words of this kind of stuff.
Here is half an intro for this clue. Please complete and round out so that your voice is also exhibited here. Love, Jocelyn.
There are many places where I have left notes that are like fanciful copy about thing.
Yup, about thing. Yeah, that's how stuff gets made. It's fine.
That's how I roll.
Yep. That's how a lot of us roll. While we're chatting here today, I am wearing niece's boyfriend's scarf. You know what? He's just going to be Mr. M. It's going to be Mr. M. Because I'm not seeing him till Christmas, so I can't ask him what kind of a nickname. I finally left the red and we're into another gray section. This should mark, after the next color section, I should be at 4 of 8 feet. So I'll be halfway down here shortly.
Nice.
In a ye old basic 40 stitches wide garter scarf, done in acrylic at the request of the person who's receiving the article. To quote, he'd like to throw it in the dryer, then wrap it around his head. Legit.
Perfect.
Legit. I also, too, in January, like being able to occasionally toss a item going on my person onto a warming thing or into a thing that makes...
Sorry, your last half of the sentence got cut off.
Of course it did.
Discord's very aggressive with the sound canceling, so if you get too far
weird.
away, it's like your background noise.
Oh no, it's because we get gusts of wind, so sometimes my blinds move.
Oh, and then it just aggressively cuts out everything.
Cuts everything out, yeah. But if I close my window at 8 degrees above Celsius, I will melt to death because the heat is on the building. Fair. So I am looking forward to colder weather when I can just leave my office window closed. Because right now, all of the windows in the city are open. All of us have our windows open because the heat's on. The heat has to be on for the nighttime. It just gets too warm during the day.
Also suggesting that your scarf recipient could be Mr. Nice.
Mr. Nice?
Yeah.
Possible. I'm gonna suggest some. We're gonna workshop it at Christmas and see what kind of nickname he'd like. And it's about time for my niece to be able to pick her own nickname too. So we're getting there. Sibling is sibling. I only have one. We actually page each other in public that way.
Oh yes, I know.
But if anybody gets to interact with me and my sister in real life, we will go sibling. And start looking for each other. Are you okay?
Well, the sun's shifted and now I need light.
Yeah. It's a thing. I'm making progress. This I knew was going to be like the longest make work project for me because I can't just sit here and do 8 feet of scarf in one go. It's garter. It's great for when we're recording or when I need a break from something or I'm traveling in the car. I mean, it's a little long to be a car travel project, a bit beefy.
It's good for doing in the background when something else is happening.
I'll take it to D&D on Saturday. Same reasoning. Yeah. But slowly.
It's acrylic. To talk about a thing?
It's scraps. It's Diana's turn.
Okay, I'm going to leave the thing that I'm working on so that I can get more of it done while we record. So I'm going to talk about this mitten that is not currently attached to anything because I'm changing stripes or changing colors for stripes right now. So this is one of the sibling and partner mittens.
Yeah. Oh, those colors look so good.
Right? It's Jocelyn's Midwinter Mittens pattern. I've messed with the stripes, so the brown and orange stripes are the size they're supposed to be, and then the green stripe. Because the brown and orange don't have a lot of contrast, I've decided to do just 3-row green stripes in between them.
Yeah.
Just to separate them a little bit. Which has led to me making all kinds of little notes, because you've got the color changes like written right in there, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't just do a mitten pattern and follow the pattern. I'm doing it again.
She can't. She does this to herself.
Oh my god, I just realized I'm doing it again. I didn't mess with the gusset. I did not mess with the gusset. I messed with nothing else. I'm literally just changing what row I do stripes on. And I think I'm experienced enough to change what row I'm doing stripes on. God, I hope I'm experienced enough to change what row I'm doing stripes on. Because this is going to be so embarrassing. But no, I'm past the thumb gusset and it fits, so I think it's fine.
As a recall memory check my brain device, was not the last time you had severe trouble with mitten patterns that you decided to alter of your own free will because you knew what you were doing also a pair of mittens for your brother?
Yep.
Your brother may never get mittens again.
No, they got those mittens. I did finish those mittens. I finished those mittens.
Because I remember mittens being put down in a rage. Like you rage quit those mittens, and for you,
I
that's
did. I
that's
did.
that's.
But I did
I
the
was
cuff like I'm supposed to, and I did the thumb gusset like I'm supposed
you're
to.
supposed to.
To pattern.
Listen,
I'm literally
it's
just changing the stripes. It's just stripes.
it's an excellent cuff and it's an excellent thumb gusset. I worked
Plead the
hard to
fifth.
get a cuff thumb gusset that I liked. It took a lot of trial and error to make that thumb and gusset and that cuff combination.
Lisa
for
says
me.
I should plead the fifth. Anyway, so that's with that said.
To be fair, I wrote
uh,
the color changes in for everybody who wasn't going to mess with the pattern so that they didn't have to try to keep track of what row they were on for color
Yeah,
changes.
and I'm like, I've just got like little tally marks here so that I know what row I'm knitting, and then just like, okay, I've done this many rows of this color, so it's time to do a color change row that's different from how it is in the pattern.
I initially wrote it up so it was separate, and I was like, oh, no way, people are going to get so mad. That's going to be so confusing. So I just wrote them together.
Yeah, so
And that seems to be a lot more streamlined.
I
Good news
modified
is
slightly the stripes, but yeah.
you guys can
Otherwise,
get
as
the
written.
cowl, mittens, and hat, because I've got all three, and they do work up real fast. They do work up real fast.
They do. I've spent like maybe 2 hours on these.
It just flies. It works out real
Yeah.
fast. I have the whole Ravelry pattern store. So if you buy three, the fourth should pop in there for.
Hey, Asa, can we get a link in the chat for everybody?
Wait, no, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not. The goal and the hope is to put, if you don't use Ravelry, to, as Diana is updating the Shopify store, we're going to put the patterns up there, and we're going to put the patterns
yeah.
in the YouTube membership profiles too, so that way if people don't want to use Ravelry or can't use Ravelry, there are going to be two other locations that, in theory, will drive me less batty for posting. Because Lovecraft and Etsy drive me around the bend. Around the bend on getting them up. So I'm going to put them in different places and close down stores that just don't work for me.
That's fair, yeah. I mean, why spend time on things that aren't working?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
Oh, yarn. I should talk about the yarn. The yarn is Wood Lily DK from Fireweed Fiber Co. In various Buffy colorways that I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. I have the ball bands here, but there's a green that has little speckles of the rusty and the brown, and then there's the brown that has little speckles of the orange, and the orange that has little speckles of the green and the brown, so they all work together.
Very lovely. And they're definitely in your brother's color palette, so I'm very excited.
Yes, I was told like a 1970s Chesterfield.
That's pretty close.
So these are what I had.
Pretty close.
What do we got? Okay, the green is whoa. What is that? How is that attached? Get over
How
there.
is that attached? I don't know.
I don't know how that was attached. What color is the green? The green is that's fairly freaksome.
Mm-hmm.
Get over there. Stop being a nuisance. The sort of brown is I'm Under Your Spell.
Mm-hmm.
And the orange is what is it? Don't Speak Latin in Front of the Books. Oh, this is the color you want to do that sweater out of.
I'm doing a whole sweater out of it.
Yeah, it's a good color.
Yeah. Such a lovely color. Also, then it could be my Don't Speak Latin in Front of the Book sweater.
Yes.
And given that the pattern I'm using is the library Deer knits, could you be more on point? You could.
Couldn't possibly be more on point. I'm using a very similar color, but it's just like a tea flavor, pretty much. Or a candle flavor.
Yeah, that's fine. It works for you.
Sirens.
Ooh, sirens.
Exciting. Somebody's having a day.
I live within 6 blocks of a hospital, guys.
I
hear sirens all the time. And I'm 2 blocks away from like one of the main thoroughfares in the city.
Oh, nice. Asa's posted the link to your store. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's okay. It occurred to me I forgot a thing.
Uh-oh. Melanie was saying
Cool.
if someone has older circulars with a cord that's harder plastic that resists straightening, a hot wood stove works wonders for straightening it.
Oh yeah, totally would. I
I've
like the
heard of
boil
like
method.
steam. Yeah, the boiling or the steaming from
Yeah.
like a kettle or something. But
Well,
yeah, if they've got really stubborn plastic, I imagine a wood stove would work great.
so I have okay. Feel free to be jealous. I have a clawfoot tub.
Yes, I am consistently jealous of your clawwood tub.
And across my clawfoot tub, I have one of those beautiful wooden bathtub things to put stuff on.
Yes.
I have been known to clamp before I moved to Chowgu when I had the Knitter's Pride needles, the circulars. I would using clothespin hooks clamp the metal needle part to the wooden thing that sits across the bathtub with the cord sitting in my very hot bathtub water before I got it. And I would just clamp them to my shower curtain rod and let them start drying, and then I'd have a bath. Same idea.
That works.
When you
I
feel like
assume.
cast iron, and it's a cast iron clawfoot tub, like the
Oh,
tubs are
that'll hold
original
heat
to the
like
building.
nobody's business.
It also means they are also so cold when you start filling them. There is no cold water tap. You just open that hot water to full, and it comes out of the steam heater, and that's what you do. Otherwise, your water cools too quickly because the tub absorbs the heat
Yep.
initially. So
But once it's warmed up, I bet that stays warm for like an hour.
I have hour-long soaks all winter long. And it's hot.
I am jealous
And I've
about
got this
that.
steam heat right by the bathroom, by the tub and stuff in the bathroom. So I open up the window, a crack like a pinky width.
Yeah.
Pinky width. So I get all that cold air, and you get a lot of cold air in this province. All that cold air and all that hot water and all that steam. It's glorious. Me and the cat just chill in the bathroom for an hour and 20 minutes every other day, all winter long. Dolkin. Just chilling, listening to books. It's a time sink. I'm gonna miss it when it's gone, but right now I'm enjoying it because I have it. All right.
Your turn.
In the realm of cat adventures,
Oh dear.
I have made some progress on this wonderful sweater that I'm working on for a young lady. I actually was gaming with her father today. He was a bit late to pick me up because he had to drop her off.
Asa's got a question. I found a lot of 9-inch needles in different sizes. Do you want to try them out?
Sure. I like the 9-inch ones that I've got. But I'm absolutely interested in trying out different types of needles and stuff. So I've made progress on my, let's see if we, on the Moonbeam pullover. We were describing it to Dad the other day and talking about the charts. But as you can see, I've made more progress down the body.
So I want one of those in my size.
You can. This is the child version of the one that was on the Pom Pom Quarterly one year.
Sweet.
I think it was the year we were at Knit City. Was that the year we were at Knit City that this came out?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Could not tell you.
I
was looking at the designer when I made show notes last week, and I'm like, oh god, I want like all of her stuff.
She's a glorious designer. So we've got some body going on here. I'm now into the bottom of the body chart, so it's going to be the snowflake pattern in here till we reach.
Also says it looks like a church window.
Right now, yes, it does. I am very happy to be done with into just the snowflake because that will go a lot faster now. So that's going on. But I need to give this a second bath. I gave it one bath, but I didn't quite bath. I have a cat, and sometimes cats are jerks. I acknowledge that my cat can be a jerk. She's a cat. She spilt the last cup of coffee from Coffee Beans, full cup.
Oh no!
All over this and another project. So while this got rinsed, I still have a bit of stiffness in here that I don't like. So I need to give it another bath as soon as possible. I mostly was worried about rescuing the white yarn because I didn't want that to be coffee stained.
Yeah.
And I certainly did, but I need to give it another bath to get the last of the coffee out. Coffee comes out of red just fine. So I've slowly making some progress on this. I showed Dad photos, and he thinks she will love it. He was a little worried about it not fitting her forever, and I said, "There's an adult version, and the pattern I currently own, which is the Moonbeam Kid version, goes up to like 10 or 12 years of age, so that's fine." She is an outdoor kid. She is a hardcore outdoor mud pie loving child. We cross country ski in the winter. We camp all summer. Like, we are not an inside kid. So at the parents' request, the super easy to care for acrylic is being used, and I am using some Impeccable Lion Brand in cherry and white, because I can't use the blue because blue is Dad's. We're three.
Right.
I'm making her the 4-5T, because while she's 3, she's wearing a 3 tall already.
Right.
So I'm hoping it's tunic dress this year, and the next year, wintertime, she can still get most of a season out of it. So I didn't get the full body done, but I literally just waited 24 hours for the thing to dry.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna have to rewash it again because I didn't quite get everything.
Oh, Raspberry says, I have to go back to work now. Catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. See you
Have a
later.
good work day. So I have made progress, which is good. Not as much as I wanted, but it's fine. I do, however, while you hold down the fort, have to go get the other thing I forgot.
The other
Of
thing you
course I
forgot.
forgot.
Okay. Of course you forgot a thing. Okay.
Of course I.
All right. I guess I'll talk about the thing that I've been working on, because you know about this thing. I have been working on my 4R cardigan. It's the 4R Pocket Cardigan by Crochet with Carrie. It's a free pattern on our website. It's a giant waffly cardigan with pockets. There's a giant piece of hay right there. Let me get that. So this is like 3/5 of a sleeve. This is another whole sleeve. And, whoops, don't press buttons on the keyboard. And then this is a back and 2 fronts that are totally stitched together. So we've got most of a sweater. This is gonna block longer when it's done, but like, so there's one sleeve. And then I've got, as I throw it on the floor, I've got most of the other sleeve, and the pockets are already done. So when I'm done the second sleeve, I can just sew everything together, do a non-button band, and we're done. I'm so close to being done. Check it out. I have a second sleeve. Well, most of a second sleeve.
Yeah, yeah.
And the pockets are already done.
Good, yeah, because those were our swatches.
Yep. So I just need a button band once the sleeve is done.
That looks so good.
Sew everything on. We're golden.
That looks so good. I love those
so
bell
freaking
sleeves.
close.
I love the
I'm
bell
so
sleeve.
freaking close to being done.
Bell sleeve so much. Keep going. Keep going.
I'm
you could
so
totally
excited.
have that for December.
I can totally finish this month.
Oh my god.
Which is good, because Mr. Diana really wants his Steinkrieger. He keeps asking about it, which is so cute.
Which is fair, given that it's a bulky weight sweater that really should have been done ages ago.
It really should have, yeah. Well, the current thing is, like, I need him, I suspect it might not be the right size, so I need him to try on the body that I have. And so I keep leaving it out for him. It's like, here it is, try this on. But it's been 3 days, and he still hasn't done that. And I need him to do that before I continue, because I want to make sure it's the right size.
Uh-huh. Well, the next time he goes, hey, have you had a chance to? I'll be like, no, because you haven't put on the body I've laid out and said put on to test fit. So until that occurs, no progress shall be made. Sir, do your part. I may have been complaining about his brother, who was like, hey, let's do soup and sandwiches for dinner. Well, I suggested for dinner on Wednesday for Magic. And I was like, this is good, because I can make the soup and sandwiches here in advance, and then it's all here. And the 4 of us can, rather than try to eat separately and meet here for 6 o'clock, we'll just eat here at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's streamline this, right? And like, oh, well, what kind of soup and sandwich? I gave them 4 options. Did any one of the 3 of them give me a reply back other than, oh, those sound good? No, not a single one. That's not a
I think that means you get to choose.
One.
You get to choose.
So they're getting whatever I'm in the mood for when I go to the grocery store tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's just the end of the discussion, because I gave them options and they refused to pick. enough of that. No.
It's like, do you want this or that? Yes. It's not an answer.
So I can smack you.
Have an opinion. Doesn't have to be the correct opinion, it just has to be an opinion.
If I didn't want an opinion, I wouldn't ask. I am that kind of a person. If I'm not interested...
They just want to be agreeable and easy, but sometimes
No.
having an opinion makes it easier.
No, because they don't. Because then they grump if it's not what they wanted, but they don't say what they want. They're just like, oh. I'm like...
Or you were supposed to somehow magically know what they wanted.
What? I'm not
when
psychic.
They didn't tell you. Oh my god.
Come on now.
Oh my god.
Ridiculous. Alright, let's talk the Cozy Dream shop.
Oh, sorry, I don't think I said this was Briggs & Little. But yes. Briggs & Little, Regal, Brown Heather. There, okay, we're done.
I need more Briggs & Little in my life. I love this stuff so
Also
much.
wants to know what the different soups were.
Oh, a homemade mushroom soup, a homemade roasted tomato and basil soup. Those would come with different sandwich options. How do I want to phrase this? Ramen noodle soup technically doesn't need a sandwich, but also came with a sandwich option. Different from the first two sandwich options. Or whole hog do a lasagna soup with just sides of toast. Because the lasagna soup is quite beefy.
Those all sound amazing, and I would also have a hard time choosing, to be fair.
And I started with 2 options, and then I got no responses back, so I just kept adding an option in. Every time it was brought up, there was an additional option. I'm like, because y'all won't pick. Y'all won't pick. And they all require work, because I can't do any soup from stock or from a can or pretty much from anything. There's like 1 or 2 brands in a jar I can occasionally find that are corn-free. So the soup's entirely from scratch by hand, including the stock base, because I can't have pre-made stock. It has corn in it. The sandwiches are made from hand, including the bread, because most breads are also corn. So I'm literally offering to make a meal from scratch. I just want them to pick.
Also wants you to DM her recipes.
Sure. I will do that. If you have not received one by the time you get up tomorrow, poke me. It means I've forgotten. And I don't mean to forget, it just means that I have. It's probably going to be tomatoes and basil with grilled cheese sandwiches.
That's a solid classic. I don't think too many boys will grumble about that one.
Because
I think my response would be, those all sound amazing, whichever one is the least work for you.
Weirdly, the ramen noodle one's less work for me, because you have to roast the tomatoes and the onion and the garlic before you start making the soup, but it's fine. It's not the... I'm hankered maybe for grilled cheese sandwiches. Guys, fake real cheese? Real fake cheese?
Oh, the plastic cheese?
I like the plastic cheese. I might splurge and get real cheese for the boys. Depends on the price tag. If I make they fund, this is always the rule. If I'm doing the work, I don't pay.
That works.
They all agreed, chipped in. They're treating it like a potluck, and leftovers don't have to stay here. Which is great, because I don't always necessarily want 5 portions of soup after my portion of soup.
That's fair, yeah.
And even though you can freeze it, which you absolutely can do, freeze your soups, that doesn't mean you want to. It doesn't mean
you don't necessarily want soup for 6 months.
No. So if I'm
the same soup for 6 months,
less likely. I also need to do, like, I've never made cakes before, and they're a traditional holiday treat for Yule that I've just never gotten around to trying to make. So I said the experiment was I need them to try a couple of different honey cakes over the next few weeks, so I can find what I like for the holiday. And they're like, "Yep, nope, that's fine." I'm like, "Okay."
Knitting Purple wants tomato and basil. And she says, carrot and coriander is my favorite soup.
Carrot and coriander is wonderful, but you have to have people who like coriander, and I haven't asked 2 of the 3 boys if coriander is so close to cilantro that there is a
it's the seed of the same plant. Weirdly, the leaf tastes gross to
Bugs you.
me, but the
Yeah.
spice tastes fine.
Yeah. So it's coriander's one of those ones I have to ask, and I know I have to ask. For some people, it's a thing. It's the same as like when you're doing stuff. If you want to put like sriracha or heat into it, you ask
Oh
what
yeah.
level of heat the group you are feeding is at, because not everybody's there.
Yeah, some people are
Well,
like black pepper is spicy and other people are like it's
drip
bland
it in,
unless I'm sweating.
yeah, like give it a ghost pepper or don't bother. It's like it just everyone's got different levels, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest thing is just you have to roast the vegetables. So I need to quarter the onions, super roughly chop all the tomatoes, fill a with this, and if I peel all my garlic cloves and I wrap them in aluminum foil and stick them in roast stew, I could then have roasted garlic as well. But you have to roast them first. Then you can turn it into a soup. It's like it's a whole
Yeah.
afternoon process.
Ooh, Tina says my hubby makes a wicked asparagus soup. I've never heard of
I've heard
asparagus soup.
I've heard good things of asparagus soup. I don't like asparagus, but it's
Sorry,
never
that
a
whole sentence
vegetable.
got lost.
Why Discord? Asparagus is not my favorite vegetable.
Nor mine, but when done properly, it can be pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
will
it's
eat
very
it.
easy to not do properly.
Yeah. I mean, it took
But
me
like
forever to
grilled
figure out.
asparagus, it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
good.
good. That's good. It's one of those. Either you do it like grilled Brussels sprouts. Hands down, I'd eat them at any point.
Oh my god, yeah.
Cabbage, I'll eat cabbage several different ways. It's like beets. Like there's a lot of turnips. Like turnips get a lot of grief. I like turnips.
I haven't found a good turnip recipe, but I also, haven't tried.
Start sneaking them into stews. Like if you put in 3 carrots, put in 2 carrots and a turnip. Like sneak them into things you already make, so you get
Okay.
used to the slight difference in the flavor instead of going
I,
whole hog.
yeah. Well, when the spices are right, I mean, if it's meant to be. I don't even know what a turnip tastes like. I don't know if I like it.
Fair. Turnips, parsnips, those are always good. Different types of onions, those are always good.
Yep, yep. I 100% forgot to say hello to Jessica and Maritza's Yarn and Crafts in chat. Hello from like 20
Hi
minutes
guys.
ago. I saw your message and forgot to say hi. I'm so sorry.
Oh, all right. We got derailed.
And
Talking
also
about
hello
soup
to
here.
Liz. I saw your message too. That's what reminded me.
So good at this chat stuff. This is the cozy what shawl? Cozy dream shawl?
What would you decide to
Quick,
call it?
what
The
name
Cozy
did I
Dreams
give this?
blanket in a shawl shape?
I would like it noted for the record. I am at 5'4". I am 5'10" and a bit. So if I make a bulky weight shawl and I stop when you would stop if you were 5'4" through 5'7", the shawl is not big enough to go around my neck. Or it goes around my neck, but it's so tight, my turtlenecks give me more space to breathe. And I don't get that oversized, fluffy shawl shape, which is what I'm looking for. So, I made a shawl Jocelyn sized so that when I put it on, I get the oversized, beefy, drapey, bulky shawl, which is what I was looking for. It's the same way as when I knit sleeves, I know I'm knitting longer sleeves. I just have long arms. It's fine. So I used the cookie crumble carrot cake. And I need to figure too big. Like my wingspan is 1/2 of the shawl.
Nikki says, "What are you saying about 5'4" people? I'm 5'4".
That you don't have to make excessively large, bulky weight shawls to have it fit properly. That is what I'm saying. So I need to have my tassels. Because I need to have my tassels. But watch, everyone's just like, it's too big, it's too large. Jocelyn, it's a blanket. Watch, look, as we're going around here. Got an end. And your ends should, like, hang down around, the girls. So, you're not trying to choke yourself to death with your shawl. That's unnecessary. Quick, there's so much shawl, I don't know what I'm doing.
That is a blanket. You're wearing a blanket.
But look at this.
I mean, it looks cozy and I want it, but
This, and I mean, obviously, my one in the middle that I have to do will hang it down, and will actually help me tell me where the middle of the shawl is, because that's not actually the middle of the shawl. That's the shawl. So that super oversized, beefy shawl looks that you can see with people. If I made this 12 rows shorter or 20 rows shorter, it would be sitting up here
right.
because it's not draping over most of my torso. So I made one, and I made a big blanket size to wear, to be a big blanket size, because this is freaking glorious. I need tassels to register where everything is sitting properly. I've not attached my tassels yet. Look, tassels.
That's a beefy tassel.
Well, it's a beefy shawl. What would a little tassel do? Nothing useful. So we need to attach my tassel.
Nikki says, fair. I do like big Stephen West size, or in this case, Jocelyn size shawls. I have a few,
Yeah,
and I might just make this one. It looks cozy.
it is. This is the I have to go to D. It's going to be minus, even Jocelyn thinks it's cold, but I don't want to fluff around with layers. I want to throw on my coat and run out the door. I'm just going to the car. I'm just going to the car. I don't even necessarily want to do it with my coat if I can get away with it. I can just put this on, whip the tassels around each other, because when you whip those tassels around each other, they lock, and your shawl stays put out the door. And it doesn't matter if I'm dealing with 20 or 30 click winds, and I'm almost always dealing with 20 or 30 click winds. The tassel isn't coming, like, the shawl isn't up in my face, it's not flying sideways, and I can get in the car, and I can buckle myself up, and away we go.
I've got 2 of these Karen Cloud cakes. I'm sorry about the backwards writing, but I got 2 of these, and I want to make one of those out of these, because I think that'll be, because it's fluffy.
It's very fluffy. And
So,
that's worsted.
and I want that.
So
Apparently,
like,
it feels like a very thin worsted, but apparently it's worsted, and so I'm very interested in making one of these shawls out of a cloud cake.
I was like, oh, I'll make a worsted version. I was like, a worsted version? I love that idea. So what did I do? I cast it on a worsted version. Of course I cast it on a worsted. Do I have time to make the same shawl like 3 times? No, I don't. Here I am doing it anyway. Went through my stash and said, what 2 colors do I have that look really good together? Oh, I have this really pretty gray. And oh, I have this really pretty pink. And oh, hey, look, I'm almost done a second version. In worsted. On a different hook size, so that you get a good drapey drape.
Amazing. So what hook size do I need for that?
8 millimeter.
8 millimeter. Oh, that's gonna go so fast. I don't know.
Oh
if
yeah,
I have
no,
an
it goes
8
super.
millimeter.
It goes super fast, and I'm almost done. I'm like down to the last few rows that I need to do. But you get the same thing. You get that nice big drapey oversized look on a much lighter fabric.
That's a 10. Oh no.
So when she turns around here, looks back. At
Don't know if I have the right size. I can hear you. I have earbuds.
Just go buy an 8 millimeter hook from Michaels.
I might have one somewhere that's just not in that cup. That's the cup of things I've been too lazy to put away properly.
I have one of those. So you can see I'm almost on this one, but it mimics that big size look on a much lighter fabric in the worsted. So I'm just about done this. Guys, I'm not testing it. I'm literally finishing this. I'm writing up the numbers and I'm releasing it, hoping to this week finished. So I'm gonna weigh the shots so you have grams for them and have the numbers for them, and then I'm just putting them out there in the universe to, because that's just, it's quick and it's done and it's out the door. So I got held up because I really loved Diana's worsted version idea, and I was like, oh, I need one of those. I do not need another shawl.
I think my only, actually, oh my god. I think I have not quite a sweater's quantity of
look
tweed
at how this
acrylic
purple,
bulky.
Look how this pink and gray worked striped together.
It looks really good.
Like, come on now. It had to happen. You said you have almost a sweater's quantity of bulky and tweed?
Yeah, like it was in like acrylic tweed. Michael's was having a sale and I just bought this color that they had. It's like a dark navy. I'll see if I can find it. Keep talking.
My brain's starting to think about weights and grams. I technically use 2 balls. Hang on, wait. I had 5. There are 3 left. But I dipped into 2 of those 3 for color matching.
Okay.
So like
I have another
really,
Karen
it's like
anniversary cake.
well, absolutely. It'll probably take 600 to 700 yards. I have to weigh it and do the math, but we're roughly looking about 600 to 700 yards. Because
I have two Karen anniversary cakes.
Did you not see the thing that was listed in the patterns link, that oversized crochet hoodie with the cardigan with the hoodie? Cardigan with the hoodie? Cardigan with
I
the
had
hood.
two anniversary. I did see that, and I do. Sorry, I was thinking of this.
made
It's
that out of
marled. It's
Karen
not
cake.
tweed.
Well, that's fine. That would still work. Lovely.
Yeah, this is Woolies.
That would work great. You could, because what is the name of that flippin' cardigan with the hood? Susanna posted it in the pattern links. It's the bulky, but she used the Karen anniversary cake to make the pattern.
I was conflating things. I have Loops and Threads Charisma teal with tweed.
Oh, I think either of those would work great. How many yards are you getting per ball?
In this one, it's 85 grams or 3 ounces, which equates to 85 meters or 93 yards. And I have
So you do like 8, 9 balls?
4, 5.
I really roughly did the math,
6
and
of
I'm
these.
probably wrong. What is 6 times 93? If I don't do basic math, I don't do advanced math because I don't do reverse
600
math.
minus 7 times 6, 42. 600 minus 42.
You might be able to get away with that. Let me weigh the bulky and see how many grams I'm running.
Karen was asking what kind of yardage did you use in the worsted. I guess you don't quite know that yet because you're not done.
Give me 6 more rows, Karen, and I can let you know.
And she also says I should totally crochet the cardigan out of the anniversary cakes.
Yes. Are you kidding me? I saw the pattern and I want to make it so bad because it's opened. So even though it's bulky and I'll just be wearing it to the car and back, like I want it. I want to make that cardigan. I don't have enough bulky yarn sitting in stash to just do that. I've been really good about downsizing my stash.
I'd be really interested in...
I want another bulky weight cardigan.
Are...
I have 2, and I wear them all the time. The Moonbound cardigan and the Foreham cardigan. I wear them all the time. I love the idea of a bulky one with a hood.
I want to do something with this. I might do a bulky of your shawl in this, because I've got 6 of these, and they're 80 meters.
Still can't do the math. I'll say yes. I need to sit and do some weigh scales and math. So
8 times 6 is... Oh my god.
What it is I need to weigh
48
because
480 meters.
480 meters because I color matched. I have bits and bobs left over. So I need to weigh the bits and bobs that are left over so that I know how much a regular person will use if they're gonna do the shawl and it's marled because they're holding 2 different colors of worsted together, or if they're doing it with just the bulky, or like however it is that they're doing it, so like they've got a yardage to work from, because not everybody is going to color match across 4 balls of worsted weight yarn so that their stripes are the size. Mm-hmm. I am that level of weird. Not everybody is that level of weird. Don't do it. It was a flippin' nightmare. Like, it added extra work. It drove me nuts. I ripped partial, wrote like, don't just go with it. Just go with it and let it go. It drives me up the wall when I'm wearing things. The colored stripe change in the middle, or there's no fade section for it. I understand that as one of the places where I get a little particular.
I completely understand. As someone who can't just knit a mitten with the striping pattern as called for, I understand.
Get it. Like, that is just the level of what I want. And I hate narrow stripes at the bottom of big triangle shawls and wide stripes at the top. I want roughly same-sized stripes all the way through. Not perfect, but like roughly the same. It could be
I'm actually not bothered by that, because when you wear it all up like a scarf, the ends are covering the middle anyway. I'm personally not bothered by that.
I know nobody can see it. Drives me nuts. but having unwoven ends in my sweaters and pits all the time. I have never woven in an armpit end in my life, and I never will.
I only do it because the holes in the armpits bother me.
Hello, Phaedra. I still don't want
Oh,
you.
I can hear her.
I still
My
don't want you.
goodness.
Where are you going? You're just gonna cause problems. Come here.
Oh, Karen's with you. She likes her stripes even.
Yeah, and it's for some people a thing. So it's fine. Whatever. We move on, right? Could you eat the food in your food bowl? No.
No.
Okay.
You're in here, therefore she's in here.
Yes, pretty much. So I'm hoping to have I should have the worsted done today. Again, 6 more rows, and I'm done. So like I'm so close to done, it's not even. And I did do tassels on them because the big shawls really need tassels. They really need tassels. I'm holding you this way because you're a nuisance at the best of times, and now you're stuck in my sweater. But that's the last thing I can talk about. Mother doesn't love you. Go away.
I've got one more, like, minor thing to talk about. In the
Get
realm of
out
repairs.
my face!
In the realm of repairs, Mr. Diana likes his socks, and he put on a sock today and looked at it and was like, is it supposed to look like that? And I looked at it and went, nope, that looks like a dropped stitch. So I have to fix the dropped stitch on, like, the increasey part of a toe of a sock. It looks like I can just pick it up all the way, but it's slightly felted because he wears them a lot.
I don't get
so it's
softer. Stop needing me.
So I'm gonna have to argue with a little crochet hook and pick up like 20 stitches of slightly felted yarn. But that's a project for when we're done here. Because I definitely can't do that and podcast at the same time.
No.
No, that requires
No.
more brain cells. So,
Touch more.
but it means he really likes his socks and he's worn them so much they need a repair, and so that makes me happy.
Good. I'm gonna ask Auntie Erin to trim your nails. Drops by.
Ooh. These were plain vanilla socks, and I believe this was the Blue Heron colorway from Fireweed Fiber Co.
You think so?
Something like that. It was definitely one of the birds. I want to say Blue Heron. I'm not absolutely certain about that.
I really don't want to expose myself on the internet. Can you watch where you're sticking your paw?
Suddenly we got a notice from YouTube. You've got a content violation?
Due to cat? Well, if you talk now, they'll definitely hear you. Your head's almost a microphone.
Oh my. She's just so chill, hanging around upside down. That's not normal cat behavior.
I kept hoping she'd grow out of it, but we're 6. Like, we're 7.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
We're-
there to
yeah.
stay.
We're here to stay. 6? Yeah,
Lisa
we're 6
says
now.
someone's being a drama queen.
Every damn day.
So much drama.
This morning she ate catnip and then scared herself. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Oh my god.
Why? Because the fish started moving. After we
Terrifying. Terrifying. I
Terrifying.
mean, to be fair, if I wasn't expecting the fish to move, I'd probably be scared for a second.
Yep.
But I wouldn't run back and forth through your apartment. I would just jump and possibly drop whatever I'm holding, and potentially make a mess, and thereby scaring your cat.
Who would run back and forth across the apartment a whole bunch? You weigh too much to carry you like that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 waffles and I need 17.
Okay, so you're close.
I'm also going to need to start a new ball of yarn for the rest of the
fine.
sleeve. I started a new ball of yarn for this sleeve, and it's going to take slightly more than one ball of yarn for this sleeve, and that's
Well, that's
very
okay.
annoying. I mean, it's fine. I was going to have to do a new one for the
I have
button
to
band anyway, but
crochet
it's just
this creature a hammock. I think she needs a hammock.
a hammock.
I think she would lie in a hammock. It would mimic this posture,
She might
but it would be
enjoy that,
something
yeah.
she might enjoy a hammock.
Okay.
Might have to talk to her grandfather, my dad, and ask if he could build me a little wooden hammock frame for a cat hammock. Just watch his brain go, what now? Okay, I need to put you down. You weigh too much, bud. Thank you. That's 20 pounds on one arm. Like, and she's not
Liz
leaning into you
says,
like a little child does. She's leaning away from me.
oh my god. Of
Yeah.
course she is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liz was saying her cat is still sick. She goes back to the vet tomorrow.
That's not good.
No.
It's
I
hard.
hope
It's
your kitty
hard
feels
when
better soon.
it's hard when pets are sick. It's hard on everybody, including the pet. So hopefully the vet's able to figure out what's wrong with the little one. Because it's stressful for the
It
pet
is.
and for you. Because they don't understand they don't know why something's wrong. They just know, right?
Karen says, or she won't even look at a hammock because if it's not inconveniencing you, what is the fun of flopping around?
I don't know. It took me a while to convince her to sit on the rocking chair. And now she loves napping on the rocking chair and gets mad when I want to sit in my own rocking chair.
Right. Well, see, you could have just not convinced her to sit in the rocking chair.
It took us 8 months to convince her to use her own cat. She's not a quick adapter to new pieces of technology.
Right.
We are very much stare at something for months and then potentially sneak on it while no one's looking and then just acclimate to it in our own pace and just screw everybody else's pace because this is what we've decided to do things at.
Sure.
Which is fine. She's known Diana and Mr. B her whole life. She still doesn't really get close to Mr. B. She's all over Diana's
Well,
canned
I bring
anchovies.
treats and give Pete's on demand. Pete's treats. I give.
Pete?
Well, I do give treats on command too.
It's on demand too. Yeah,
I'm very well trained.
yeah she's
I
in
give
the
pets
kitchen.
on
Diana's in
command.
the kitchen, and there's treats in the kitchen. My cat will be getting. Whether my cat should be getting treats or not is a whole other discussion.
I do not give other people's pets treats without permission, but if permission is given, treats will happen.
Oh, my sister and brother are the. I don't mind if she's got treats. Her treats are dental treats. Dental, so I don't.
Oh, that's not so bad then.
Yeah, or it's tuna juice from the tuna can, or some anchovies from a can. So like her idea of treats isn't excessive.
All right.
Or a freshly removed from the freezer catnip bag tucked into catnip toys.
Why the freezer?
I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they get really excited after it comes out of the freezer, so I do it.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
don't know what happens behind it, but someone suggested it once, and I said, sure, I'll give it a shot. What's the worst that happens? It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. But no, she gets really excited post-freezer catnip. So, okay.
Interesting. I wonder if it, like, breaks something down so it smells better or something.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But if it works, I'll do it. I don't mind.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably helps kill any germs, too.
It doesn't hurt any, but I mean, like, the toys are due this week to be picked up, and I'll get washed and anti-dead anyway for the season, so I'll throw 3 of the 4 million catnip toys she has in the freezer, and then slowly take them out over time. That's how I know when I have to clean them again. When the last one comes out of the freezer, a couple weeks after that, the cycle starts all over again. It's a good way to keep track.
Yeah.
That works. All right. Ooh, I never looked up your word for the day. I'm doing great.
Oh no, do I get to escape the word?
Possibly. I have a lot of stuff going on here today.
I don't have access to the words list. It wouldn't be fair, because then I could cheat and look at what the words are. So if you don't have word for me, I think I get away without a word.
I think you get away without a word.
I think so.
Well, I had them screenshotted, but then I finally figured out how to get my phone to talk to the computer, so I uploaded everything to the computer. And then went, well, if I've got it on the computer to sort, I don't need it on my phone anymore. So absolutely deleted the screenshot, because that's helpful. And the primary word person, and I chat a lot. Ooh, hey, found him.
One of the signs your cat is sick. She turns her nose up at treats.
Yes.
It's a pretty solid sign.
It is a pretty solid sign. We will go with charlatan.
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 Charlatan, as in...
Fraudster.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of a synonym.
It's alright.
I was about to say a big stream of words, but yes, thank you. Charlatan. Alright. If you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you may do so at patreon.com/northernitspodcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we are active many times of the day, chatting about all manner of things, including yarn and patterns and food and books. How do I work charlatan into this? We also have YouTube memberships. That's a new thing. For $2 a month, you get access to some bonus video content where we do some Stardew and chill, and I act as a farming charlatan. I pretend I can farm. Pretend to farm? I don't know. It's a farming sim that I hate farming sim. I hate farming in the farming sim. I am a charlatan. Sure. Anyway, there's bonus video content, and you get the emojis, and yeah. And Patreon has monthly e-knit-ins and good stuff. Words. Out of my face. Your turn.
Oh heavens, as always, we super understand budgets are a real life thing. If you can't financially support us, interacting with us here and as well as on other social media such as Instagram is a great way to show us what you're working on. Now, did you look back at last week's episode to figure out what color of yarn won the voting for your dad's mitten?
And I did. Not... it was not a clear winner, but there was a slight preference towards gray.
Gray it is.
So gray it is for my dad's mittens, which is great. I believe Asa sent me some links to bulky mitten patterns. So that's awesome. So they'll go real quick.
Excellent. In the realm of admin news, because admin news is always important. It is. We are closing in on December, which means we're closing in on... I'm actually making Diana stay here on the channel when we're done so that we can book things around everything else.
Yep.
So we're almost at year end. So there's going to be a lot of bonus content next. There's going to be a lot of... That's just how December runs for us. So we technically have one podcast next week, and then we are live till the end of the year.
Indeed. So, I'll have to schedule all that stuff. We got Whip Sprints this Saturday as well.
We have Whip Sprints this Saturday, and on the 1st of December, we're starting our Lit-along. So the librarian-themed sweater or cardigan knit-along begins the 1st of December. Would you please?
Are we doing a live for that too?
I don't know. We should figure that out. Diana and I are making the librarian by Skane Deer Knit. Diana is doing pullover version. I am doing cardigan version. Any justification counts. We just want to hear how you got there.
Anything remotely book related.
Librarian themed. A Miss Frizzle cardigan, because in your mind the librarians are Miss Frizzle. Like, however you get there, just tell us how you got there. And we're going to say, excellent. Welcome to the knit-along. It's kind of how we run things. We're also going to be reading the first week of December the Choose Your Own Adventure information sheet. So if you want to join in for the podcast anniversary and how it'll begin in January, the info sheet will go live. I want to say the 1st of December, but sometime in that first. just in case I need a last minute English check and I'm waiting for somebody to have a hot second. Go eat what's in your food dish. No, don't jump on me and play cute. Go eat what's in your food dish.
Good luck with that.
Monster. Monster. The Fall Equinox Cow runs until Yule, which is coming up next month in December. However, both Diana and I are surprisingly done early. Could you get
Weird.
out of the nephew niece's scarf? He needs a nickname. I have a cat. She's awake and causing trouble. I think we need to wrap.
I think so.
Guys, we'll see everybody Saturday if you're able to make it for Whipspring. Otherwise, I'm going to say that until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget
to knit. Also suggesting I was talking about books, and historic romances always have charlatans.
Yes.
Could have gone that route. Didn't even think of it.
Could have gone that route.
I guess I should end this stream, hey?
You are in charge of the button.
I am in charge of the buttons. Okay.
You are in charge of the button.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everybody.